heart, hustle, baseball. The game lives here. This is Pioneer League. Watch on home team.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to Glacier Bank Park for Pioneer League Baseball. My name is Sky Gladstone. So excited to have you along for the ride as today, the Glacier Range Riders, coming in with a record of 29-16, take on the Ogden Raptors, who come in at 26-19. Glacier versus Ogden should be a great battle once again between these two sides after the Range Riders last night took home an 8-5 decision. And Brock Vredenberg and Alex Fernandez played a big part on that one, including Vredenberg finishing 3 for 4, homering to right field in the first inning, doubling in the fourth, singling in the sixth. And, it was really just all over it. And the Range Riders had the big 3-run blast by Jacob Steele. 7 RBIs via the long ball over the past 2 games. For Steele, he had the grand slam on Wednesday. Aiden Elfring got the win. Nico Santaformaggio was handed his first loss of the year. Fernandez went 4 for 4 as the Range Riders looking to ensure themselves a series split with Ogden if they are able to get a victory here today or any of the final 3 days. If they win 2 out of the final 3, it will be a series win for the Range Riders to finish out the first half. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will have starting lineups for you from Glacier Bank Park. Don't touch that dial.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Let's go over the starting lineups in today's game. First for the home side, the Glacier Range Riders doing the designated hitting and leading off per usual will be Alex Fernandez. Kyle Ashworth will bat second. J.D. McLaughlin batting third. Brock Vredenberg fourth. Ratfield fifth. Tommy Rover sixth. The bottom 3 is Jacob Steele, Walker Zampella, and Andrew Collins. Zach Longshore 4.53 ERA for him. He gets the start on the bump. On the other side for the Raptors, it's Valentine, Lane Stancato, Ferraro, Greco, Lawrence, Jordan, Wilkinson, and Ganas rounding it out. Jose Balista will be the starting pitcher for the Ogden Raptors. We'll take one more quick break, come back with the national anthem, and first pitch from Glacier Bank Park. We'll be right back.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back in. We'll send it now field side for the national anthem. Wonderful national anthem sang here at Glacier Bank Park by Zoe Bird, hailing from Columbia Falls in the Flathead Valley. Let's go over the defense for the Glacier Range Riders today. Donovan Ratfield will be behind the plate for Glacier. Over at third base, it's Tommy Rover. Jacob Steele will be the shortstop. Walker Zampella at second base. At first base, it's Brock Vradenberg. The outfield from left to right, it's Ashworth, McLaughlin, and Collins. As to expect with the Range Rider outfield, it is a speedy trio out there. Whoever the odd man out is, whether it's Fernandez, Collins, whoever it may be, it is a defense that can cover a lot of ground out there. Starting pitcher for the Glacier Range Riders is Zach Longshore. What a season Longshore has been having thus far. A 4.53 ERA for the Texas native. 6 wins, 1 loss. He has 10 appearances now, including this one. Just a hair under 50 innings pitched. 47 strikeouts, 17 walks in those 49 2/3 innings. Opposing batters hitting .284 against the southpaw, Zach Longshore. Guy that came out of his prep career playing D3 ball. Got the opportunity at 2 different D1 institutions, University of Texas, San Antonio, and New Orleans, which has actually just changed their name to LSU New Orleans. But what was known as the University of New Orleans when he was there. And now a very solid starting pitcher in the PBL. Chase Valentine now steps in. A reminder of their lineup, the Ogden Raptors, Valentine, Lane Stancato, Ferraro, Greco, Lawrence, Jordan Wilkinson, and Ganis. First pitch coming in from the lefty Longshore to the right-hander in Chase Valentine. Swung on, sky-high fly to right field. Collins under it. First pitch coming at 7:04 p.m. here. 86 degrees and 1 pitch, 1 out for Zach Longshore. Sunny skies that Drew Collins fielded that ball under. Carmine Lane, the catcher today. We'll talk more about him playing catcher. It is not completely unfamiliar to him. He was a third baseman coming out of the University of South Florida. But when he was drafted, it was an attempt to convert him, as there's a called strike, to doing the catching duties. And obviously his time back in Ogden have moved him back over to the hot corner for the most part, save for tonight, where he is doing the catching duties to reprieve Dylan Wilkinson for a game. Count goes to 0-2 on a foul ball. Lane was in the Marlins organization for the better part of 3 seasons. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And this one out to right field. Has decent carry on it, but Drew Collins more than enough speed to catch up with it, and there is 2 outs. On just 4 pitches, Longshore. I think the big step for him is to either find that punch-out pitch or find that finisher, whether it results in a strikeout or not. It's just enticing that weak contact, because every once in a while, guys can have a long at-bat against him, and he hasn't had any super long starts just yet. That's a nice pitch right at the bottom of the zone. Count goes to 0-1 on Kyler Stancato, batting .462 on the season. Range Riders rocking the Jammer Reds tonight, as this one flared towards left field. Ashworth, a trot over to get to it, and makes a basket catch right in front of the dugout, or the bullpen bump. It's a 1-2-3, 6-pitch inning to get us started. Blinking, you missed it. We head to the bottom of the first. It is 0-0 after Ashworth makes a very nice track down to be able to make this catch in tricky territory.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. Let's take a look at the defense real quick for the Ogden Raptors. It's Lane behind the plate, Ferraro at third, Valentine at short, Jordan at second, Dylan Wilkinson, the first baseman today, Gannis, Lawrence, and Stancato round out the outfield as Jose Balista prepares to fire the first pitch into Alex Fernandez. It's a called strike right at the bottom of the zone. Count goes to 0-1. Balista, originally from Valverde, Dominican Republic. What a unique story he is, as somebody who was drafted, or was not drafted, he was signed by the Royals organization, fresh out of his maybe even prep career, barely even that. He was 17 years old, as this one carries towards the gap in right center field. The right fielders have been busy today as Stancato makes the catch. He played 2 seasons in the Dominican Summer League for the Royals teams there in 2018 and 2019. And then I do not have stats for him from anywhere from 2019 to 2026. He was 18 years old in 2019. Now he's 25. And as the first pitch hits the zone to Kyle Ashworth, the count goes to 0-1. Previous team is listed as the Missoula Paddleheads, but I do not have stats for the paddle heads from him. I do think he might have appeared at Kansas Christian College, which I don't think competes in anything but the NCCAA, which is the National Sporting Federation of Christian Colleges. Fouled off. And last year he did play in the Pecos League for the Garden City Wind. So he's been playing ball, just not on kind of the main track that you would expect. Count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the first inning. This one hit on the ground by Kyle Ashworth. Routine play for Jordan, and it's 2 down. This season, Balista has a 9.26 ERA. This is only his second start. He has 14 strikeouts and now 24 innings of work. Opposing batters are hitting .390 against him. Don't expect him to go too far. On average, he only pitches between 2 and 3 innings per appearance. Called strike into J.D. McLaughlin. Home plate umpire tonight is Michael Goebel. Over at first base, it's Mike Blanchard. Zach Dart is at third. 0-1, 2-out pitch, bottom of the first inning into J.D. Bluffed the bat, didn't go. Count goes to 1-1. His final year last spring at Kansas Christian College, he had a .499 ERA in 8 starts. That one goes all the way to the backstop. Wild off the hand of Balista. Kansas Christian College, located in Overland Park, Kansas, says this is sky high and forget about it. I think. Oh, wow. That one sounded like a gunshot off the bat of J.D. McLaughlin, but he just soared it too high up there. And in the sunny skies, that one did not fly the way I thought it was going to. Stancato backpedals, makes the grab, and that's all she wrote in the first. 6 up, 6 down. If you include the top and the bottom half of the frame, it is 0-0 headed to the second.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. It is the top of the second inning. Sky Gladstone with you as the first pitch hits the bottom of the zone to Gio Ferraro. Gio Ferraro stepping in here, 397 batting average. Greco and Lawrence also due up, as that one's called a strike as well. Ferraro is saying, what the heck's going on out there? Both those balls ABS would have overturned. 2 balls. Instead, it's an 0-2 pitch. Tapped back to Longshore, who fires off target to first base. It's an error on Longshore. It was a tricky one because his front foot, his plant foot, I think, was partially up on the mound there. So it's a little bit awkward off-balance play that Longshore has to make. So an E1 on Longshore reaches Ferraro. This one popped up in the air towards right field. Collins a long back pedal and then a long run forward before making the grab. Up comes the center fielder, Colson Lawrence. After the E1 reached the first base runner of the contest for either side. Ferraro does have decent wheels over there. 10 stolen bases. First pitch into Lawrence. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss as well. Count goes to 0-2. Six pitches thrown this inning by Longshore, all of them strikes. And he throws a ball as soon as I say it. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch with 1 out. Fouled off. Happy Friday night to you. Let's go over some of the scores from last night, as we got done pretty quickly here, so didn't get a wrap up as succinctly as possible and give you the full picture of what happened around the Pioneer League. Of course, scores do not matter as much for these next couple days, as much as they will starting next Tuesday when the second half begins. This one down the right field line. Decent carry on it. It is foul. Oh, whoa, they're saying that that one is gone. .357 feet down that right field line. And the crowd, not the biggest fan of it, but first base umpire Mike Blanchard signals home run, and apparently that one hit the foul pole on its way coming down, I guess. Well, speaking of controversial calls, let's talk about last night in Billings, Montana. 2-run blast by Colson Lawrence is his 15th home run of the season. Last night, Billings, Montana, it was a 5-4 red pocket lead, and the bases were loaded with 2 outs for Billings. That one misses above on both pitches to Cole Jordan. There was a call that was not made correctly. A ball was hit towards short where it looked like Spence Kaufman, the shortstop for Red Pocket, was going to be able to field it. It hit off the back heel of the runner that was on second base, Cameron Bowen. And the umpires did not see it at all. And if it hits off a runner, that runner's out. And this swing and a miss makes it 2-2. Instead, nobody made that call, and Cam Bowen ended up scoring as the winning run because there was a runner on third that tied it, and he ran home and won it. And it is one of the more fascinating calls that I have seen in such a high-stakes moment. Swing and a miss, a strikeout there for out number 2. Other score lines, Idaho Falls beat Great Falls in a football score, 18-15. A field goal as time expires for the Chuckers. Oakland beat Modesto 19-5, and Long Beach 13-4 over Yuba Sutter as you take a look back at that high fastball. 2 outs, top of the second. This one buffed up in the air over to third base where Tommy Rover makes the grab for out number 3. 2-run home run in kind of an inauspicious way sends us to the bottom of the second. It is 2-0 Ogden.
In 1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901, when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry, with systems built to perform.
Brock Vredenberg leads us off here. Bottom of the second versus Jose Ballista. Went 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down for the Kansas Christian Falcon. First pitch misses. Count goes to 1-0. Kansas Christian College established in 1938, again in Overland Park, Kansas. This one a tapper, going to be kind of an awkward spot, charged and thrown just in time. Valentine makes a nice play on it. Total student body of Kansas Christian College, 130 people. Let's take a look back at the great play by Valentine. How many people are on the baseball team? That's a good chunk of the student body. One misses to Donovan Ratfield, who steps in. One and one goes to count for Ratfield. That's a strike as well. I think everything is just pretty much being taken and called a strike here. Funny enough, for the 130 student Kansas Christian, there is 4 different varsity sports offered. That might be the entire student body. Swung on, hit hard towards the beer garden down the right field line. And it bounces back into play. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hit hard and 5 holes. First base coach Jackson Murphy. Swing and a miss. Ratfield punched out, and there's 2 gone. Kansas Christian College made the World Series, has made the NCCAA World Series in Kansas City plenty of times. I believe as a host this past year, because they were 13-30 and made it. 0-1 goes to count. The champion this past spring was Southwestern Christian over Judson University. Ball upstairs. Tommy Rover at the play right now. Scores for tonight. We've already had a couple teams underway as there's 2 outs, bottom of the second here. Red Pocket, they are punishing the Great Falls Voyagers. They are mad about that controversial call yesterday as this one hit towards second, and a routine play for Jordan. It's Mobiles 13, Great Falls 2. We head to the second inning of play. Here, much less runs scored, 2-0.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back. It's the top of the third inning here in the Flathead Valley. Scott Gladstone with you as the Glacier Range Riders and the Ogden Raptors facing off. Up comes Tyler Gannis. 9-1-2 due up this half frame. Gannis hitting .273, followed by Valentine and Lane for their second trips versus Longshore. Squares down the bunt here. Longshore will field and throw. It is safe at first base. Bunt single to reach Gannis. Flip over the lineup card for Chase Valentine. Just got caught up in the glove of Longshore a little bit too long, as is tricky as a lefty in that moment. A righty's probably going to get that 9 times out of 10, as this one misses downstairs to Valentine, who is 0 for 1. He flied out to right on the first pitch of the contest. Boise and Missoula tied 2-2. That's a game that I'm watching with some intrigue. Both of those squads, I think, are going to factor into the playoff race in the second half. 2-0 count. Idaho Falls up 2-0 on Billings at Melaleuca Field. And Yuba Sutter and Oakland, Long Beach and Modesto all yet to get going. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out. Top of the third inning. 2-0 Ogden leads Glacier. Upstairs. You can feel some frustration from Longshore not being able to make a play on that bunt. And maybe bleeding through now on these pitches. There's a called strike. That one missing outside. It's ball 4 and a walk. Leadoff bunt single, then a walk, and now the danger in this lineup. Lane is 0 for 1. He flied out to right, and he will see a pitch. Missed the zone. Count goes to 1 ball and no strikes. One 0 pitch coming in now. Called a strike. And a challenge will overturn it. Don't necessarily agree with the situation to challenge that one, especially because it was fairly close, but he seemed pretty confident it was a ball high, and he was right. I just think if you lose that one, you really tie your team up. Fouled off. Count goes to 2-1. Of course, Lane, a captain of this squad, at least according to the C on his chest. So maybe a longer leash than others. That one in the zone, called strike, and the count goes to 2-2. Runners on first and second, nobody out. A little bit surprised we didn't see a sac bunt. As there's a swing and a miss. Lane gets a challenge correct, but gets the at-bat wrong. It is a strikeout of Carmine Lane. There's one out now, top of the third. Up comes Kyler Stancato. First pitch into Stancato. Hit on the ground. Maybe a chance for 2. Zampella throws for 1. The throw will not come to first base. It's just getting one of the leading runners. A fielder's choice. 4-6. Valentine's out. Gannis moves to third. First pitch, spots the zone. Count goes to 0-1. Ferraro, first time up, hit a ground ball, reached on that error, was along for the ride on the 2-run home run. The 0-1 into Ferraro as the runner's going, hit over to third, fielded by Rover. It was foul. So at least the umpires in this contest, compared to in Billings last night, can see if a ball hit an offensive player. Count goes to 0-2. 2 outs, top of the third inning. Gannis on third, Stancato on first. The 0-2 pitch coming in to the third baseman for Ogden today, Gio Ferraro. Upstairs, 1-2. One-two pitch. Skips in there. Good block by Donnie Rat. Count goes to 2-2. With runners in scoring position this series, Ogden has batted .270 compared to the Range Riders' .342 clip. 2-2, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Longshore out of the jam. Runners on first and second, nobody out, but he finished it unscathed. It is 2-0 Ogden as we head to the bottom of the third.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the third inning. 2-0. Ogden leads. 7, 8, 9 due up. Steele, Zampella, and Collins. First pitch into the zone on Jacob Steele. What about he's been swinging this series? One of the top Range Riders in the lineup. This series he is batting .600, has 8 RBIs. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the season, Steele has a .316 batting average. 5 home runs, 42 runs brought in. He takes over the team lead in terms of RBIs from Tommy Rover with that 3-run blast last night. This one trickling to short, Valentine Fields. And the throw is clean for out number 1. Up comes Walker Zampella. Zampella, still young in his professional career. Just his 7th appearance, .333 batting average, has 2 RBIs for Walker. This series, he's batting .250. He went 1 for 4 earlier in the week. Skips in, 1 ball, no strikes. Ballista has kept that pitch count down in big part because he's been perfect through the first 7 batters. Range Riders looking to find a base runner for the first time today, as Zampella sees the 1-0. Late swing there. Just 87 on the fastball from Ballista. This one fouled off. That's a ball. Count goes to 2-2. Scraped a piece of it just barely. Ballista was on the Paddleheads spring training invite, but but obviously did not make the final squad, was cut loose. And Ogden picked him up. 2-2. Upstairs, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming in to Walker Zampella from Jose Bautista. Missed inside, first base runner of the contest is a 1-out walk by the Range Rider second baseman. Up comes Drew Collins. Drew Collins on the season, 273 clip. He has 1 home run, 17 RBIs. That 1 home run was in Billings, Montana, when he was the leadoff batter in the game against the Stangs. Big secondary lead from Zampella over there, who is looking to start playing some tricks with Lane, who I mentioned has catching experience, but just hasn't done a lot of it. Recently. That one upstairs, flick of the bat, didn't come through. Last appearance for Bautista, he went 2 2/3 innings in a loss to the Great Falls Voyagers, allowed 3 runs on 4 hits against Great Falls. Allowed 5 runs in 1 2/3 innings before that. There's a slide back in. That was against Boise that he allowed 5 runs. And he went 3 2/3, allowing just 1 run against Boise on June 19th. So he's had solid outings. And actually, I missed the actual last appearance where he allowed 9 runs in 3 innings. Ball upstairs, count goes to 3-0. That's clearly maybe just a little bit uncomfortable out of the stretch compared to the windup for Bautista. Or maybe Zampella is playing some good tricks on him over there to mess with the head. He allowed 14 hits in 3 innings of work against Boise. As that one called a strike right at the top of the zone, count goes to 3-1. 10 runs, 9 of them earned against the Boise Hawks. They ended up losing that game 19-16, did Ogden. They would win the next 2, win the first game at Glacier here, and then it was 2 straight losses the last 2 nights against the Range Riders. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 3rd inning. Big pitch into Drew Collins from Jose Bautista. This one over to short, where the only play to make is a high throw, not in time, and did not get the tag down. Collins could have beat that one out straight up. It was a close play over there. As up comes Alex Fernandez. Probably an error, but certainly the speed from Collins plays a factor. As you see that throw to first. Yeah, I think it was going to be out, but a good job by him to duck under the tag. As we see the first pitch in, fouled off by Alex Fernandez. Being scored as a hit at the current moment. I think there's certainly an argument for either side there, with it preparing to be a close play at first and a slow roller with the speed of Collins. Count goes to 0-1. That one outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. This will be a moment for Fernandez to come through, certainly. I'm also interested in if he tries to think about something down that 3rd baseline, especially with Ferraro having not played first at all this series. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's exactly what he was thinking about, but he pulled it back. Every once in a while, guys do something to make me seem like I've seen a baseball game before, and I appreciate that. 2 balls, 1 strike. And now they might, no, Ferraro's still going to stay back a fair amount. 2 balls, 1 strike. Upstairs. 3-1. A ball would load him up for Kyle Ashworth, who is absolutely phenomenal with the bases loaded. Three balls, one strike, one out. Bottom of the third inning. Fouled off. Another at-bat that goes to a full count. Zampella pushed it full, earned the walk. Collins pushed it full, earned the infield single. And now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Balista versus Fernandez. The team leader in batting average for the Range Riders, Fernandez, batting .384. The pitch, well, actually, throw will go back to short, where Valentine was trying to get the pick off there. Zampella goes back in clean, and then that ball, I think, went hard off the lower body of Valentine. Hopefully he's all right. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Maybe now it will come as Valentine continues to flex out that right shin, where that one clearly took a spot off. And that's going to go down as a disengagement on Balista, his second disengagement of the at-bat. He's not allowed to try a pickoff to second again. It is ball 4 and a walk, missed up and away. Fernandez to first, and up comes Kyle Ashworth. His numbers this season with the bases loaded: .727 batting average, 8 for 11 in terms of hits per at-bat. Conversation coming between Carmine Lane and Balista. Gio Ferraro going to be a part of it as well. Or maybe he's just... No, he's picking up the rosin bag to help himself out, but also wants to talk. Great crowd on this Friday night here to finish out a 9-game homestand for the Glacier Range Riders. 3 more games if you include this one. Up comes Ashworth now. 8 for 11. He's got a grand slam. He's got a bases clearing triple. He has come through with some monster hits, and he has speed all around the bases. Zampella with good speed on third, and the 2 fastest Range Riders other than him on first and second, and Collins and Fernandez. Those 3, Collins, Fernandez, Ashworth, for sure the top of the list in terms of the fastest Range Riders. I'm not going to say who would win in a straight-up race out of all of them. 0-1 pitch. Ball. Count goes to 1-1. Ashworth in this series with the bases loaded is 1 for 1. The 1-1 pitch. This one tapped over towards first. It's foul. I love watching this trio on the base paths. Just watching that foul ball, you could see how quickly they all moved. Boom, just like, you know, like a SEAL team or something like that, kicked into action on a special ops mission. 1 ball, 2 strikes, pitch in. Up the middle, grabbed, and the only play to make is at first base. RBI ground out on a good catch by Jordan at second base. Good recognition by Jordan to know that Fernandez was the man running to second, so you're not going to catch him. Just get the guy at first, and it's another RBI for Kyle Ashworth, his 38th of the year. Great way for him to just do a job and at least get one, and now it goes into the hands of J.D. McLaughlin, who is 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field. The fly out that tricked me. I thought it had the carry to get over the fence, but of course that one ended up getting caught in the next half inning. An awkward, funky little ball down the right field line, scraped off the foul pole to give a home run to Ogden. The 0-1. Upstairs. Collins and Fernandez on second and third. Base knock should score both of them. especially with 2 outs running on contact. This one hit over towards third. It's foul. Range Riders, the big favor they did themselves is putting a dent in the pitch count no matter what of Ballista this inning. He will fire at least 30 pitches in the frame. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the third inning, 2-1 Ogden. The pitch coming home from Ballista to J.D. McLaughlin upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. J.D. this series batting .400. Started in all 3 games, has a stolen base as well. No home runs but 4 RBIs, and he's reached on a walk 4 times, second most out of anybody other than Kyle Ashworth. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outside. A ball here with loaded up for Brock Vredenberg. Step back from the Range Riders center fielder. Range Riders rocking the red jerseys here on this Friday. Ogden in the baby blue over there. Not just the tops, but the bottoms as well. Complete cohesion on the color coding. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. The pitch in. Swing and a miss. Range Riders strand 2 in scoring position, but get 1 on the RBI ground out from Ashworth. We head to the 4th. It's 2-1.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back in. Scott Gladstone with you as it is 5, 6, and 7 to up this half inning. Greco, Lawrence, and Jordan. First pitch in from Longshore. Hits the zone. And the count goes to 0-1. There's a swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. Oh-2 pitch in. Skips downstairs. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two, swung on, hit well out to left center field. J.D. McLaughlin working over, and after a leap can't make the grab, and it goes over the fence. It's a ground rule double. Did all he could to try and get to that one, J.D. Just coming up empty. And a leadoff double by Greco puts him in good position. First pitch in the zone to Colson Lawrence, who had that home run down the right field line. His 15th of the season, leads the team, leads anybody on the Range Riders. Swing and a miss, count goes to 0-2. Skips in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Check swing down the right field line. Glances off the netting and now salaciously close to all the kids begging for a souvenir foul ball. That's the best method by whoever that Raptor was. Grab it and just kind of flip it generally in the direction. Make sure you get it up in the air and just allow the battle to ensue. And then turn and run. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's tough to pick out anybody to specifically try and hand it to or toss it to. Up and in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-2 is fouled off. Count stays full. That's ball 4, just missing up and away. Just like last inning, it'll be 1st and 2nd against Zach Longshore as Cole Jordan steps to the plate. Cole Jordan, a couple home runs this series for him. Last 2 nights has sent one out. Squaring a bunt, but pulls it back. Count goes to 1-0. Again, squaring a bunt. That one in the zone. Count goes to 1-1. Jordan attended Utah Valley University down in Orem, only about an hour south or so of Ogden, Utah. That one above the zone, 2 balls and 1 strike. Started his career at the JUCO level with Mount San Antonio College in Walnut, California. This was after he graduated from Santiago High School in Newport Beach. This one out to left field and falling in front of Ashworth. A single. Greco had to hold at second. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. Jordan over there from an athletic family. His dad played football at Fordham, which is an FCS school, playing in the same division as the University of Montana, Montana State. His dad, or his grandfather, Charles Jordan, was a football player at Georgia Tech. Dylan Wilkinson steps in 0 for 1 with a fly out to third. Bases loaded. Big moment as there's a called strike at the bottom of the plate. We had bases loaded on both sides. The Range Riders were only able to get an RBI ground out from it, but they had bases loaded 1 out. This is bases loaded no outs, where you really want to get more than 1 run, as there's a swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. In this series for Ogden, with the bases loaded, they're batting .200, 1 for 5. .2, nobody out. Pitch coming in to Dylan Wilkinson. Gets a piece of it. Awkward spot. Steele makes the catch. It was infield fly on anyway. Up comes Tyler Gannis. Dropped down a bunt that Longshore wasn't able to make the play on. Got the single out of it. Tyler Gannis 1 for 1 with that bunt. Honestly, if he thinks he can pull it off again, I would maybe do that again. He chops it to Longshore, who makes the throw to home, and it is a force out at the plate. A fielder's choice 1-2. Sketchy slide in there by Greco, who probably would have got a red card if we were on the soccer field, because it looked like you went studs up into the planted foot of Ratfield, but luckily Donovan is okay. Great job there. After I mentioned it was a bunt single that reached Gannis the last time, and it was Longshore. Not necessarily, I mean, it wasn't an error, but it wasn't a play. It was a play that he would have wanted to make. And that time he's able to do so. Bases are still loaded as this is a called strike. Ranger Riders maybe also a little bit lucky that one of the slower Ogden Raptors, Greco, was the man at third to be able to get that fielder's choice for an out. Called strike and a ball makes it 1-1, 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. We have a pop out to short and a fielder's choice at home, as Longshore is walking about as close to fire as he can in this half inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs into Chase Valentine. Flex the hips. The bat did not come through. It is 2-1. It got loaded up on the Greco ground rule double, then a walk and a single. Pop out, fielder's choice as we tick past the 8 o'clock hour here in the Flathead Valley, northwest Montana. 2 balls, 1 strike, swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. The pitch in from Longshore to Valentine. Missing, up and in. I thought for a second that might have scraped him because Valentine went down to restrap his left shin guard. I thought he was taking it off, saying that that scraped him, but no. We'll do 3-2 once more with 2 outs and the bases loaded. The pitch in from Longshore to Valentine. Swing and a miss. Call him Houdini. Zach Longshore, bases loaded, no outs, and he gets out of it clean. 2-1 Range Riders trail the Raptors as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the fourth inning. The Glacier Range Riders currently trailing the Ogden Raptors 2-1 as the first pitch misses outside. The count goes to 1-0. Brock Vredenberg up at the plate. Vredenberg a ground out to short his last time up. Two balls, no strikes. 2-1 scoreline, defensive battle thus far. Just one hit for the Range Riders against Jose Balista, and it was an infield single. As this one skied out to center field, backing up is Lawrence, and he will stop and make the grab. Loud contact for the Range Riders, but a deep fly out. Up comes Donovan Ratfield now. Ratfield on the season, batting .372, 3 home runs, 37 ribbies. Misses low and away. Balista on 59 pitches. Next one will be 60 for him. Long, short. Even though they had a long inning there where he needed to get out of the jam, he's only 5 ahead of Balista as this one fouled back. Count goes to 1-1. Range Riders got a good start from Aiden Elfring last night. That sets him up well this evening. This one back to Balista, who makes the grab and flips it to first. Two outs, bottom of the fourth inning. Up comes Tommy Rover. Rover this series, just one hit for him, as this one connects with well, but tucks foul. Bouncing around on top of the beer garden over there. Look out to our lovely bartenders over there. Might be pouring a cold one, and next thing you know, plop, a baseball comes in. Forces everything to get spilt. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. 2 outs as Balista tries to work a 1-2-3 frame here versus the Range Riders. A bounce back from the bottom of the third inning where a run was scored by Glacier. Just had the third cycle of the season in the MLB. As I believe it was Peters, Tristan Peters of the Chicago White Sox that just had a triple to complete the cycle. Third cycle of this MLB season. Foul scrape. Count stays 1-2. Range Riders have had one cycle in their history. It was Ben Fitzgerald back in 2024. And I do not know the history of cycles in Ogden. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. Low. Of course, the Ogden Raptors have been around a lot longer than the Glacier Range Riders, so I'm assuming they've had more cycles than Glacier. For a long time, they were an affiliate of the Los Angeles Dodgers since 2003, as this one headed towards left center field, down for a base knock from Rover. Originally formed in 1994, they started out as completely independent Ogden and then moved to be an affiliate of the Brewers for 6 seasons, and then a Dodgers affiliate for the next 17. First pitch into Jacob Steele's ball. Count goes to 1-0. They have some really famous alumni. A lot of great players that came through those doors at Lindquist Field, or even before that at Serge B. Simmons Field. Limbo action, 2 balls and no strikes. Ben Sheets played there, Prince Fielder, J.J. Hardy, Bill Hall. And, of course, Jock Peterson, as this one is grabbed over at third. The throw across is pulling him off the base. It's another infield hit there, as Ferraro just couldn't spin and get that one on target. Up steps Walker Zampella. Zampella walked and later scored on the ground out from Ashworth. This one hit towards short, and the field will be flipped to second base, where Jordan stands over the top of the bag. So a 2-out infield single. Range Riders put runners on first and second, but that's all she wrote in the 4th. It's 2-1 Ogden.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake. Because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back in. Scott Gladstone with you. It is 2, 3, and 4 Carmine Lane, followed by Stancato and Ferraro, due up in the top of the 5th inning. Just talking about a little bit of history of this long-standing, that one hit off the foot of Carmine Lane. That goes down 1. Long-standing franchise in the PBL, originating back in 1994, the Ogden Raptors. 2 league titles for them. They won 1 as an affiliated team in 2017. And then in 2023, the Range Riders' 2nd year of existence, they beat the Billings Mustangs 2-0 in the championship series. This one misses. Count goes to 1-1. The I don't know if I finished my point, that the son of Range Riders pitching or assistant coach, bench coach Stu Peterson, his son Jock Peterson, who you might have heard of, started his career with the Ogden Raptors. Cody Bellinger, also a former Ogden Raptor. Nathan Evaldi. This one hit to third, fielded by Tommy Rover. Throw is on target, on time for out number one. Kenley Jansen played there, Russell Martin. Alex Verdugo even. I mean, the list just goes on. There's some good players that suited out for Ogden. Called strike into Stancato. Count goes to 0-1. They made the playoffs the first 3 years of the independent era, losing to the Boise Hawks in 2021. They lost to Grand Junction in the semis in 2022. Grand Junction would go on to beat Missoula for the crown, and Boise would go on to lose to Missoula for the crown in 2021. 2023, that's when they got their championship. Ogden missing outside, count goes to 1-2. In 2024, the 1 year the Range Riders made the playoffs, that was the 1 year in the independent era that Ogden has not made the playoffs. And last year, Ogden made the playoffs and lost to Oakland in the semifinals. This one, a sky-high fly, awkward spot, and it'll fall. Second time we've seen almost that exact same play happen with Stancato up at the plate, a pop-up single. And up steps Gio Ferraro. I will say, Missoula, in terms of kind of the franchise, when you look at the pedigree, they've made the playoffs every single year in the independent era. Like, they're going to get the headlines because this is the first year in the independent era where Missoula has not made the playoffs in the first half of the season, which is staggering to see a team come out that hot every single year. But you got to give it to Ogden for the consistency they've been able to have. And I think some of it has stemmed from they typically play the Colorado teams more, and the Colorado teams have struggled more in terms of being consistent. But whatever the situation is, it is not easy to make the playoffs in the Pioneer League and to do it at a consistent rate. And Ogden has been able to do so. And they lost their best player last year, and they still gave Oakland a heck of a run for their money in the first round of the playoffs. Three balls and one strike. My MVP vote last year went to Christopher Sargent of the Ogden Raptors. I thought by far he was the most valuable player for any team. Three balls, one strike. This one sky high to right. Looks playable for Collins. And he makes the grab. Now number two. Ferraro goes to 0-3 on the day. Sebastian Greco steps in. Ground rule double his last time up and was thrown out at home on that fielder's choice that ended up saving a run. First pitch is strike. Count goes to 0-1. Nice placement on that one into Greco. Christopher Sargent got signed to an affiliate contract midway through the year as the runner's going. The throw into second. Got him. Stancato thrown out to finish the frame. Range Riders lead trail 2-1 as we're halfway home. We head to the bottom of the fifth.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome in, bottom of the fifth inning, which means it's time for trivia here at Glacier Bank Park. And, I mean, it's trivia at Glacier Bank Park or on the road. No matter where, it's trivia. As this one, a broken bat for Drew Collins on the first pitch as he fouls off from Belize to 72 pitches thrown. Anybody standing in the bullpen for the Range Riders, it doesn't look like it. Longshore on 79 pitches. I'll expect him to come back out and fire another frame. All right, let's get to MLB trivia here as Collins got himself a new bat. All right, I got some questions that the answers, as this one also buffed foul, the answers, as that sent the crowd into a frenzy. I do not know what happened there. I cannot see it. It's happening at a really awkward spot, kind of below me and to the left. But whatever it was, the crowd loved it. The answer to these next questions will have something to do with a color. That's your hint, is there's a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Drew Collins. One out, bottom of the fifth inning. Okay. The first question that has to do with the color is, who broke the 18 total bases record by drilling 4 home runs, a double plus a single in a 2002 game? Alex Fernandez steps up to the plate. Has something to do with the color. This one misses inside. Who broke the 18 total bases record by drilling 4 home runs, a double, plus a single in a 2002 performance? Let me give you some hints on this guy. In 2002, he was playing for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Count goes to 2-1 as that one misses the zone. Alex Fernandez, 0 for 1, does have himself a walk. 2-time All-Star, this guy. As this one hit out to left field, tracking over and making the catch at the fence is Gannis. Two outs, Ashworth stepping up now. Ashworth is 0 for 2. Maybe most well known as a Blue Jay. The answer is Sean Green. That's the color that the answer has to do with. Sean Green had 4 home runs in one game on May 23rd, 2002. ball, then a strike to Kyle Ashworth. One more question that has to do with the color. Name the former pitcher who managed the Padres from 2007 through part of 2015, then was hired by the Rockies in 2017. He was the Angels pitching coach when they won it all in 2002. That was a dangerous foul ball into the Ogden dugout. Looks like everybody's okay. Somebody in back there had to hop out of the way of it. The former pitcher who managed the Padres from 2007 through part of 2015 and then was hired by the Rockies in 2017 was the Angels pitching coach when they won it all in 2002. The answer has to do with a color, as this one misses downstairs. If you know the Rockies and you think of former Rockies managers, you probably have thought of Bud Black. There's a whole philosophical argument of if black is a color or not, or just the absence of color. Same with white, as this one hit to short, fielded by Valentine. Throw across is good for out number 3. We're not going to get into that philosophical debate today. I'll just tell you, Bud Black was who the answer was. 1-2-3 frame. We head to the 6th. It's 2-1. Ogden leads. Top of the 6th inning here. 5, 6, and 7 due up. Greco, Lawrence, and Jordan. Greco was up when the runner got caught. Stancato going to second. That ended the frame. So now he'll get his full at-bat. He had to double his last true time up. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out here, top of the 6th. This one swung on. Sky high fly to left. Ashworth backing up. He'll get to the track and to the line and make the ground. Stancato flies out to start the frame. 81 pitches right now by Zach Longshore. He has had some sketchy innings where it's been bases loaded, no outs. One of those scenarios. He also has first and second, nobody out. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. This one fouled off. Colson Lawrence right now, his home run is the difference. A 2-run blast that scraped off the right field foul pole. Swing and a miss. Lawrence is fascinating because he has obviously some power and can send the ball out of here in a hurry. There's sometimes when he swings and misses, it does not look like a pretty swing on those ones. As you take a look back at it, and you see just fanning over the top of that one. 81 mile per hour down and way in. comes Cole Jordan, who fouls off the first pitch. Count goes to 0-1. There's a called strike right at the bottom of the zone. Popped up. Man, that one's going to get out of play. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Top of the 6th, 2-1. Ogden with the lead over Glacier. Right now, Jose Balista pitching one of his better performances of the season. Nobody warming up in the pen. They're just going to keep sending him out there, as he averages about 3 to 4 innings per appearance, and he's through 5, trying to get through 6 here. But it is right at the point where you do start to be ready to warm somebody up in case the Range Riders finally start figuring him out. So it popped up the chimney, and it belongs to the fans. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. One, 2. Another foul ball by Jordan. Likely the last frame for Zach Longshore here. 90 pitches now, but maybe could come back on 90 plus. Fouled off again. Jordan's trying to ensure that. It's fascinating how these two teams approach their squads. As the Range Riders, even the best players, Kyle Ashworth, who's been phenomenal this year, Tommy Rover, who's been in a lot of games, and J.D. McLaughlin. Those are the 3 most games played, and it's 42, 41, and 40 as that one hit the batter. And a hit by pitch will reach the runner to first, and I think we might have a pinch hitter in the form of Efren Manzo. Manzo stepping in to face off against Longshore. Former Range Rider Efren Manzo, who on the season is batting .288, has 1 home run, 13 RBIs. He's had 1 opportunity, and it came with the bases loaded and 2 outs versus Jacob Hasty. And Hasty struck him out. They do see him apparently as kind of a left-handed pitching specialist. If he's up against the lefty, they like his chances. 0 for 1 this series, but could come through with a big hit here. With a runner on first and Jordan. Swing and a miss on that ball in the dirt at 80 miles per hour. Count goes to 0-2. Manzo, former teammates with Johnny Lutzo, Range Rider catcher. Obviously former teammates with a lot of these guys on this Range Rider staff, including Donovan Ratfield behind the plate. I believe they overlapped. Actually, maybe they probably didn't. Swing and a miss. A 3-pitch strikeout as Longshore offered that one, 89 dead center. And Manzo couldn't catch up with it. It is a 3-pitch strikeout we had to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ogden 2, Glacier 1.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
At Johns Manville, what we build starts with who we are. We are people champions, listening first, putting customers and teams at the center of every decision. We're driven by passion, always going the extra mile, always pushing ideas further. We perform, setting higher standards, delivering stronger results, and creating lasting value. And we protect our people, our customers, and the world around us, today and for generations to come.
Welcome back in. It is the bottom of the 6th inning. The Glacier Range Riders right now down 2-1, and J.D. McLaughlin will step up to face off against Ballista for the 3rd time. Deep fly out to right and a strikeout swinging for J.D. Just 8 total hits in this contest between the two sides. J.D. looking to get the 4th hit for the Range Riders against Jose Ballista, who is on one of his best pitching performances of the year. He swings and fouls off the first pitch. Count goes to 0-1. J.D. McLaughlin, Chandler, Arizona native. To the right-handed batter's box. This one hit back to Ballista, who struggled with it, and then the throw is in time at first base. Threw it. That's a hospital throw for your first baseman, who is Wilkinson. Comes back in 4-man zone at third there. It's an interesting one. Let's look back at this replay here because he bobbled it, it hit the ground, and then he threw it, just tried to get it off. This is a great shot by our camera crew. That is the correct call. That is an out at first. Called strike into Brock Vredenberg. Vredenberg is 0 for 2. He had a healthy cut. To center field, but just to the deepest part of the ballpark. Range Riders looking for some spark right now. They have got nothing really at all against Ballista. Skips in 2-1. They somehow manufactured a run on a walk, an infield single, another walk, and an RBI ground out. That is the one run that they have been able to find, Glacier. Two balls, one strike as warm-ups are going on in the pen. It's a right-hander, looks like Lance Wade. This one hit hard but foul. Count goes to 2-2. Two former affiliated guys, Ballista, who played his affiliated ball in the Dominican League affiliate of the Kansas City Royals. Brock with the Philadelphia Phillies as this one to left center field has some legs and gets down in the gap. One hopping over the fence, and it's an it's a ground roll double for Brock Vredenberg, and maybe that's the spark the Range Riders need. Warm-ups going on in the pen for a right-hander, as Ogden quickly starting to worry about it. First extra base hit of the day for the Glacier Range Riders. On Vredenberg as Donovan Ratfield steps up. He's 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. Range Riders, they did use some walks to be able to construct that run, but that is the only walks issued by Ballista today. He's on 90 pitches. The first pitch misses low and inside. Two 2-1 scoreline here between two of the premier teams in the Pioneer League. This one hammered out to left field, moving over and on the run makes the catch. It was 105 miles per hour, and that's baseball. Doing rough things to you. Tommy Rover has a base knock today. If he does something similar, then he would probably have a good chance to tie this game. Bradenburg's a big customer at 6'6", 250, but he can move pretty quickly. Stole third yesterday. Up comes Rover with the clutch opportunity. He sees a first pitch strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Rover batting .280 on the year. He's second on the team in RBIs with 39 of them. The 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Steele waits on deck, who's had a red-hot series. Likely the final inning for Ballista on 94 pitches. You can assume that his arm is not necessarily prepared for the amount of wear and tear it's felt today. That one misses. Count goes to 2-1. High and away for Rover. Question will be if he walks Rover or something like that. Will it be the final batter that he faces? 2 balls, 1 strike. He just wants to deal with the guy in front of him. Chopped foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ground rule double by Brock Vredenberg, first extra base hit of the contest. Range Riders only have 4 hits in total. 1 by Collins, 1 by Steele, and 1 by Rover. The 2-2, 2-out pitch from Ballista into Tommy. This one swung on, and it gets down in center field. Green light to send Vredenberg home. The throw will not be in time. It is a RBI single by Tommy Rover, and we're all square at 2 apiece. Nice piece of hitting by the Range Rider third baseman. Vredenberg gets to run on contact, and we're all square on the 5th hit of the game by the Range Riders. Up comes Jacob Steele now. He's had some clutch home runs that have helped put the Range Riders in front the past 2 nights. Can he do something similar here? As Evan Parker comes out to talk with Ballista, the question is, like I said, is this going to be the final batter? It looks like this is a conversation that will require input from Ballista if he wants to face one more. Ballista, of course, came to the United States to play college baseball in 2022, but even though he was a part of the Royals system, because he only played in the Dominican League, he didn't know English that well. When he got the call that he was getting the opportunity to play at Kansas Christian College, there was actually a specific kind of baseball-centric academy there in Dominican Republic. I assume there's lots of them, but he went to one where basically after the intro meeting, they said, okay, from now on, when you are here, as the first pitch is fouled off, you are going to go about your schedule as if you are playing baseball in America. And so essentially forcing him to be uncomfortable, speak a lot more English than he would have otherwise. And obviously 4 years going to college in America, definitely able to communicate with his coach on that mound visit, as there's a pitch up and inside. And a wild pitch makes the count 1-1, and Rover moves to second. Take a look at this one. Oh, the Steele family back home. That is one of the moments where you definitely question yet letting your son even start playing baseball. As this one, sky-high fly to right. Backing up is Stancato. He looks at the fence, and the catch is made. Oh, my goodness. A second deep fly out to right field by the Range Riders today. They get one on the clutch RBI single by Tommy Rover. We're all square at 2-2 as we head to the 7th.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
It's the top of the 7th inning, and the Range Riders make the first call for either side to the pen. Lance Wade stepping on to the mound. He'll see 9-1 and 2 in the form of Gannis, Valentine, and Lane. Coming out to the song, Calling Baton Rouge, which makes sense. As a Baton Rouge native, Lance Wade. First pitch, did he go? No. Count goes to 1-0. Square and a bunt again, as Gannis has shown that is the method in his arsenal, because when he had the bases loaded and one out last time, grounded into a fielder's choice at home. Fouled it off. Count goes to 1-1. Lance Wade, I'm sure maybe interacted or at least knows of Salta Formaggio, who's the starting pitcher last night. He's from Destrehan, Louisiana. There's a called strike. Count goes to 1-2. On the season, Wade has been really, really solid. An 0.69 ERA, 1 win, no loss. 9th appearance of the year. 10 strikeouts, does have 9 walks. Opposing batters are hitting just 125 against the righty, who finished up his career at Missouri State. Chops this one over to third. Tommy Rover fields the throw on target for out number 1. Range Riders got a Rover RBI single after the ground rule double by Vradenberg. Chase Valentine stepping in, a walk, fly out, and a strikeout. Lance Wade on the bump. He went to University Laboratory School. As that one called, the ball inside. Count goes to 1-0. I believe it's called LSU Laboratory School in Baton Rouge. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1. Turns out there's actually a lot of university laboratory schools. I've spun myself into a web that I might not ever be able to escape from. This one towards right field. Drew Collins erases the gap between him and where that ball was going to land in a hurry. Swift to be able to make the grab. Louisiana State University Laboratory School, one of 2 laboratory schools in Baton Rouge. The other one operated by Southern University, which is also in town there. First pitch, called a strike, just missing inside. Man, it's the same exact spot he's missed both times as Carmine Lane steps up. Top of the 7th, 2-2 scoreline, 2 outs and the base is empty. There's a called strike. I'll tell you what, the most famous, maybe not the most famous, but one of the most famous alumni of University Laboratory School is that one called a strike as well. Glenn Big Baby Davis of the NBA. Steven Soderbergh, who directed Ocean's 11, is in there as well. Very eclectic mix of alma mater. 1-2 pitch is hit towards short, fielded by Steele. The throw is pure. 1-2-3 frame, pitched by the former LSU Laboratory School Cub. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch. It's 2-2. Welcome back in. We got a pinch hitter to lead us off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Carson Hornung will step in and bat for Walker Zampella to set up the righty-lefty matchup as the new pitcher is into the contest. First pitch is delivered outside the zone. Count goes to 1-0. New pitcher is number 38, Dylan Gardner. That one misses. Nope, hits upstairs apparently. Dylan Gardner takes over after 6 innings of really quality baseball from Jose Bautista. Good bounce back performance after allowing 10 runs his last time out. Fouled off by Carson Hornung. First pinch hitter of this series by Glacier. They have not had a pinch hitter all series. Count goes to 1-2 for Hornung, who is batting .290 on the year. That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gardner on the other side, one of the best options out of the pen. A 7.22 ERA, 2 wins, 2 losses. Has appeared twice as a starter, but 14 times off the bench. 2 balls, 2 strikes into Hornung. Swing and a miss. A good start for Gardner. Final line for, let's start with the starter for Ogden. 6 innings for Bautista. 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. On the other side, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned because of that error by Longshore. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. Collins squares to bunt, pulls it back, count goes to 1-0. Gardner, a returning Ogden Raptor, originally from Meridian, Idaho. Greater Boise area. Just got to play essentially in his hometown. Former Utah Tech product. As this one tapped over towards first base, it actually went foul. Good call by the home plate umpire because the first base umpire was not in the spot to see that. And perched up in my penthouse suite up here, I was able to see that pretty well. I'm glad the home plate umpire had eyes on it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. Gardner all over the place in his collegiate career, as that one's called the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Arizona State, Big Bend Community College, Cal State Monterey Bay, Utah Tech finished it up with Cal State Monterey Bay last spring. We had a 5.12 ERA. Flared foul, count goes to 2-2. But he went to Arizona State for 1 season after his JUCO career at Big Bend Community College in Moses Lake, Washington, which, tell you what, Moses Lake, right along the interstate, not a lot going on there. 2-2. Upstairs, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Had a really good career with them, playing in the NWAC, which is one of 2 JUCO conferences that don't play in the national JUCO ranks. As this one down the right field line, that is a foul ball. Probably a triple if it just landed fair. The NWAC and the California JUCO ranks both do not play with the NJJ, whatever the full acronym for the National JUCO Athletic Association is. The NJCAA, the National Junior College Athletic Association. They do not play in that. The NWAC and California play outside of it. You see ball 4 and a walk issued to Collins. He'll be bummed because he knew he could have had 2, maybe 3 if that ball was just fair in the right field. Instead, it will be one of the faster range riders on first base. Dylan Gardner attended Bora High School in Boise. Running, throw in, not in time. Squaring the bunt was Fernandez. Not going to get it. Stolen base. It's the first time the Range Riders have really had a chance to test Carmine Lane behind the plate. They just haven't got a lot of base runners on. Bora High School, where Gardner went to high school, is named after William Bora, who was a U.S. Senator and a presidential candidate in 1936. And the highest mountain in Idaho, also named Bora Peak, after the same man. Squaring a bunt again is Fernandez. Count goes to 1-1. Funny enough, one of the alums, you know, just because I did it with Lance Wade's high school, figured I should have done it with Gardner's. No alums that super stick out to me, but one of them, the name I did recognize because it's Caleb McSurdy, who, if you're a Montana Grizz fan, was a linebacker for the Grizz and ended up playing a little bit in the NFL from 2012 to 2014. He was an All-American, Caleb McSurdy, and the Defensive Player of the Year in the Big Sky in 2011. And I was like, am I going crazy, or is this the Caleb McSurdy that I'm thinking of? And I clicked on it. Yeah, it is. Fouled off. Count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. Times for Life is important questions. Collins on second. My question is kind of a funky one, but bear with me. Who is your favorite celebrity with a food-related name? Let me give you some options. Kevin Bacon, Steph Curry, Halle Berry. Any of those maybe stick out to you? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. Skips down in. I think Bacon has to be near the top of the list, Kevin Bacon, just because it's an iconic name. where Steph Curry, I don't really think about the fact that it's also a food. Bacon, it's impossible to get around it. You even got Brie Larson, because technically Brie, and John Hamm. Ham spelled with 2 M's in his name, but still. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch misses inside. It's ball 4 and a walk to Fernandez. Now Ashworth steps up. Ashworth, a rare 0 for night. One out, bottom of the 7th inning. Maybe a little bit of a cheat here, but John Candy could be in the conversation as well. Candy's a food. It's just a generic food. First pitch into Kyle Ashworth, 0 for 3 tonight. Double steals coming. The throw into third. Safe at third. Just got the hand in time. Interesting call. The ball beat him in. The Range Riders have felt the other side of calls where the ball has beat him in. That time, the Range Riders get the benefit of the hand just sneaking in from Andrew Collins. Drew Collins steals third, and Fernandez, by the way, gets a steal as well, his 36th. He is now 8 away from the Range Riders single season record. Swung on towards the gap in left center field, moving back and making the catch is Lawrence. Both runners tag, and it's a sacrifice fly, and the Range Riders take their first lead of the contest at 3-2. Great job by Kyle Ashworth to step up and deliver a decent shot. That one goes a little bit further, and maybe, just maybe, it is able to find the grass and score 2. Instead, nobody's going to be unhappy with one across, especially in a tight game late in this one. Swing and a miss from J.D. McLaughlin. Count goes to 0-1 on him. Still a runner on third here. Crucial insurance run. This might be a loophole in terms of celebrities with food names, but there is Meatloaf to consider, the singer Meatloaf, but that's a stage name, so I don't know if I count that one. Swing and a miss again there to Gardner. Count goes to 0-2. He was apparently called a hunk of meatloaf in high school by his football coach. That's why he changed his name to Meatloaf. Swung on by J.D. Will this one have a chance to get down at center field? Backing up, not able to make the grab. J.D. McLaughlin has a RBI double. It is 4-2. A pure swing from the Range Riders center fielder to arch that one over Lawrence in center. Range Riders finally have a couple hits strung together, and it really, by a couple, I mean literally one hit, but it happened after 2 walks and 2 stolen bases, and a frustrating inning for Gardner, who really should feel like he pitched well enough to get out of the jam, but a close play at third base, called safe, and one decently stung ball on an 0-2 pitch into J.D. McLaughlin, and that's the difference, as this one misses high to Brock Vredenberg. Not easy to miss high to Vredenberg at 6'6", but that one just leaked over the strike zone, which is at 41.2 inches high for Vredenberg. Compared to a guy like Rover, I believe it's around 36 inches. Easier to miss high to him, in theory. Over the width of a baseball, I think. The 2-0. Vredenberg thought about uncorking the swing on that one. Instead, held back and watched a strike at 92 in the lower part of the zone from Gardner. Range Riders in an unusual position this game. They have not led the whole contest and are finally in the driver's seat. How does Wade respond as he will re-enter the game in the top of the ninth, or top of the eighth? Ball inside, 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Three balls, 1 strike. And it's ball 4. Apparently, they just did not want to see a 3-1 pitch into Vredenburg. If you're Donovan Ratfield, you take a little bit of offense to that. You say, you should have rather wanted to face Vredenburg on a 3-1 than face me with 2 on. That's how you take it. As stunted steal, count goes to 1-0. That stunted steal was, I think, JD just trying to get Ratfield ahead in the count 1-0, and it worked perfectly as the pitch was thrown outside. It's hard to ignore the shout of runner when somebody starts to run. Fouled off. Ratfield hit one hard, stung it at 105 into the glove of Gannis in left field his last time up. If he can just find the gap with that one, it would mean more runs this inning for the Range Riders, who've already pushed 2 across. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Outside, 2-1. For Gardner this season, control has been a question mark. He has walked more runners than innings he has pitched. He is up to 30 walks in 29 1/3 innings. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Ratfield 0 for 3, certainly due for a hit. Sky high fly to right. Backing up, getting to the track and making the grab. And Ratfield, it feels like he's robbed once again with another very good swing on the ball, but it just not falling the Range Riders' way for the big one. They did get some big blows this inning, however, including the McLaughlin double that scores Fernandez. It's 4-2 as we head to the 8th.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. Glacier Range Riders with a 4-2 lead here, top of the 8th inning. Lance Wade comes out for another inning of work. First pitch in is called. The ball just inside on Kyler Stancato. 4-2 Range Rider lead here, top of the 8th inning. Lance Wade out for a second inning of work. He swings and misses at that one. Does Stancato. Count goes to 1-1. One pitch into Stancato. That one over the plate. Had that pop fly single into center and was later caught stealing, Stancato. This one just above Wade for a leadoff single. Didn't hit it hard, just put it where nobody was. Gio Ferraro steps in, 0 for 3, reached on an error. First pitch delivered inside. Count goes to 1-0. That one also a ball, upstairs and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Needs a strike and got it on a foul ball. The 2-ball, 1-strike pitch. Called a strike. Challenge, and that's a good challenge there. I think it was kind of obvious that Ratfield framed that one down. And that'll be the second correct challenge by Ogden. I think we're at the point where if you're trailing and it's not a decision pitch, you are allowed to challenge. You should be. 3-1 as there's a pitch to check on the runner over there. Fouled off, and the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled off again. Good at bat here from Ferraro, putting in the fight. Three balls, 2 strikes. If it pays off with a walk, he'll take it all the same. This one swung off out to right field. And a base knock. This is what this Ogden Raptors squad did last night to keep them into the contest. And it was a further gap they felt between them and the opposition. They just piled together singles. And next thing you know, they found themselves down by 2 in the 9th, as we're going to see a conversation here, a time taken by Evan Parker, as there's a conversation happening on the mound as well. Greco will step in here, 1 for 3 as Greco had that ground rule double. Funny, you can go a long stretch of the season without seeing any ground rule doubles, and then you see 2 in one game, and that's exactly what happened. First pitch, called a strike, top of the zone. Count goes to 0-1. Point in this contest. Obviously with 2 on, no outs. That One call the ball. Now it goes to 1-1. Our home plate umpire has been nails this inning, other than the challenge. That did prove him wrong once. This one skips in. One ball, one strike. Top of the 8th inning, 4-2. Range Riders with the lead right now, but hanging in the balance with Greco up at the plate. One ball, one strike, nobody out. Swing and a foul scrape. One ball, two strikes, pitch coming in. Tapped it. Foul ball. I think it hit off the plate or off the lower body there. One ball, two strikes, yet again. Swing and a miss. Wade punches out Greco for a big first out of the inning. Up comes the dangerous Colson Lawrence. Lone scoring play of the day came off of his bat. A ball that scraped off the right field foul pole. Two-run blast. As the first pitch comes in with 2 on. Called a strike right down the middle. Since that home run, he has a walk and a strikeout swinging. Scoring update from around the league here. It's a 20 spot put up in Great Falls, Montana. So there's a swing and a miss by Lawrence. Mobile's 20, Voyager's 6. Missoula has a high scoring total as well. It is 18-8. Missoula leads Boise. Billings up over Idaho Falls 12-7. Yuba Sutter leads Oakland 7-1. And Long Beach 5-2 over Modesto. This one out to center field, tracking back, and it will one hop off the wall. Stop sign at third base as a well hit double. And that's the thing about Colson Lawrence. Is, man, he has some swings that do not look too pretty, and then he does that and shellacks that one 398 feet to center field. Puts the go-ahead run on second base and the tying run on third. It's an RBI double by Lawrence that brings a hush over the Flathead faithful. This is Wade's inning right now as Cole Jordan steps in. Conversation coming the second of the inning between Wade and Ratfield. Cole Jordan, a base knock could not just give the lead to Ogden, or could not just tie the game for Ogden, it could give the lead to Ogden as Cole Jordan was hit by a pitch his last time up. Nobody warming up in the pen, so this is not a time buying maneuver. It's an actual conversation with the infield in here trying to protect the lead for the Glacier Range Riders. Jordan, the second baseman for this Ogden Raptors squad, a returning player on this team, steps into the right-handed batter's box in a one-run game. One out, so a sacrifice could get it done. The middle infield does back up as Jordan sends this one to left field, backing up to the track, and the catch is not made. It is gone. Home run, a 3-run blast by Cole Jordan. It is 6-4 Ogden. Thought Ashworth had a chance at it over there, but in the end, he just came up short, and it pops over the fence, 359 feet. the third straight game with a Cole Jordan home run, as he has now brought across, the Ogden Raptors have brought across 4 this frame. What a punchback from the 2. The Range Riders scored in the bottom of the 7th. Up steps Wilkinson, who hits it foul. Downstairs, count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Wilkinson is 0 for 2. He has a fly out and a pop out. In the zone. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2, 1 out. Pitch in from Wade. Call the ball upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two, 1 out pitch. Top of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first needed. Grabbed on target on time. Strikeout for out number 2, top of the 8th inning. This inning was 2 singles by Stancato and Ferraro to lead it off, followed by a Greco strikeout, then the RBI double and the first pitch home run to Jordan. Range Riders are going to need a late comeback here. 2 outs, top of the 8th inning. Range Riders, of course, leading going into this 8th inning. It was something that they really struggled with last year when they led after 7. Last year, the Range Riders lost 6 total contests. The year before, they lost 9 total contests. As this one, out towards right field, Collins will make the grab for out number 3. Work to be done for the Glacier Range Riders as Jordan, his 3rd straight day with a home run. It is 6-4, Ogden leads. Bank Park, the Range Riders trailing this contest after it was the top of the 8th inning that belonged to Ogden. Now the Range Riders with a chance to punch back a little bit. First pitch in the upper part of the zone. Count goes to 0-1. New pitcher into the contest, it is Kyle Lewis. 0-1 pitch misses inside. Lewis, a 7.54 ERA. 2 wins, 2 losses. 24th appearance. He has the most appearances by anybody out of the pen. 337 opposing batting average against. 1 ball, 1 strike. With some gas on the inside, 91. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, bottom of the 8th inning. Fouled off. Rover tied this game with an RBI single that scored Brock Vredenberg his last time up. Range Riders then took a 2-run lead in the bottom of the 7th inning, and now have a 2-run deficit in the bottom of the 8th. Foul scrape. Warm-ups going on in the pen. It is Connor Housley warming up for the Range Riders. Two balls, 2 strikes in from the Ashburn, Virginia native, Kyle Lewis. Actually, 1-2, excuse me. That one missing outside. Evan Parker, manager for the Ogden Raptors, just above 500 in his PBL tenure. 119 wins, 117 losses. Pitch missing outside there, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Todd Pratt, just under 500 in his PBL tenure. This is his 139th game managed as the head honcho for the Range Riders. He is 68-70. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off. Great at bat by Rover here to put some pressure on Lewis right away. Three balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Another foul ball. The 3-2 pitch. Ball up and away. That is a well-earned walk by Tommy Rover, and the Range Riders in general need to be earning walks because that is the key to their success in the early part of the season. They've come through with big hits sometimes when they needed it, but it has become because the bases have gotten crowded due to the free passes. Jacob Steele 1 for 3, a deep fly out to right field his last time up. Can he find some success here? First pitch, a called strike. Count goes to 0-1. This one fouled off. Count goes to 0-2 on Jacob Steele. Most RBIs in this series have belonged to Steele. The 0-2. Nobody out pitch. First to pick off to check on Tommy. Tommy over there has 5 stolen bases. Fouled off again. Lewis in 22 2/3 innings pitched. He has 22 strikeouts, so about at a clip of a strikeout per inning. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom of the 8th inning. Fouled off again. Out of play. Good fight from these Range Rider batters. Nobody out. Only 2 batters have stepped up there. And this will be the 15th pitch thrown by Lewis. An 0-2. Nobody out pitch. Ball low and away. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. And there's one gone in the bottom of the 8th inning. And we're going to see a pinch hitter in the form of Carson Garner. Zampella taken out. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Does have himself a walk. Actually 0 for 1, excuse me, because I did not properly attribute the last strikeout to Carson Hornung. And it was a designated pinch hitter, so technically Zampella could have come back in. But now they're going to put Garner in, and I assume Garner will go play third. Tommy Rover will play second. Called strike. Count goes to 0-1. You just got a little bit more of a pop with Carson Garner at the plate. That one's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Garner on the season coming in here. .291 batting average. He has 6 home runs, which is tied for second on the team. The 1 ball, 1 strike, pitch hit. Ball down. 2 balls and 1 strike. That one in the zone, right on the outer cut. Count goes to 2-2. On deck, unless we have a double play, is Drew Collins, who walked and scored his last time up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. This one hit deep in the hole and through for a base 9. .90 miles per hour off the bat of Carson Garner, and up comes Drew Collins. If there was no outs, I would almost bet my life savings it'd be a bunt attempt. With 1 out, probably not, but I also wouldn't hate the shout. This one flared up, and it's foul out of play. Whoa. A guy did not see that one coming in. It landed on kind of his shoulder, and then he absorbed it and caught it. He didn't even see it till it hit him. That was a good reaction. Low and away to Collins. Collins is 1 for 2, infield single, strikeout and a walk. Opportunity for the Range Riders to fight back against Kyle Lewis here. Nobody warming up in the pen. This is Lewis's inning. The 1-1, 1 out pitch. This one hit over towards first, and it's through for a base knock. Green light, the runner's coming home. Garner's going to third, and he's in there safely. And Drew Collins gets to second. How about it for the Glacier Range Riders? You're going to try and throw out Garner at third. We're going to take second. And it is 6-5 with one of the best Range Rider bats at the plate. Great job by Drew Collins there just to make some contact, put it deep in the hole on the right side of the infield. As you take a look back, you pretty much knew, even if somehow Jordan was able to catch up with it, that Collins, was going to be able to beat it out because he is so fast. Now the infield is in a 1-run game. Squaring a bunt, pulling it back, it is called a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Infield's in. Garner with speed is at third. Garner is a power hitter, but also can run. He has 13 stolen bases on the year, Carson Garner. The 0-1. Flares this one foul. There's 1 out, so you just get this ball past the infield, and you probably have a good chance to score a run. there's anybody to do it, you think that Fernandez is a good candidate. 2 walks and 2 flyouts. If he just has either one of the flyouts that he had today, it would be enough to score Garner, or at least entice a close play at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Lewis has had a hard time finding a punch-out pitch. Can he do it here? The 0-2, 1 out. Into Alex Fernandez. Tapper. Throw to first. And Collins now has gotten a rundown. No tag applied. Yes, they do say a tag is applied. And Collins got caught there on that one. I don't know if he lost track of how many outs there were or what exactly happened there, as the throw out happens at first and then Collins gets thrown out over near third base. We head to the 9th. It's a 6-5 game. Welcome back in. Scott Gladstone with you as the Range Riders, crucial mistake in the last half inning. At the same time, a rough moment when you get Alex Fernandez up and his weakest contact of the day comes back to the pitcher. Then a flub on the base paths. It'll be Connor Housley to step in here in the 9th. Sky high fly to right. Collins backing up to the fence and makes a great catch. Valentine flies out there, and there is one gone, top of the 9th inning. Connor Housley stepped in with a 2-run lead in the top of the 9th on Tuesday night. And on a wild pitch with 2 outs, the tying run did come across against him. He struck out the batter on the next play, the next pitch. I was thinking football for a second there, I guess. Up steps Carmine Lane. Sees the first pitch ball. That one upstairs. Count goes to 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. And it's 3-0. Range Riders this season, when trailing going into the 9th inning, they have come back to win 3 times. 2 out of those 3 games were against the Red Pine Mobiles. There's a ball outside, and it's a 4-pitch walk issued to Carmine Lane, who was 0 for 4 today. Up comes Kyler Stancato. Stancato, 2 for 4, 2 singles. His last 2 times up. The other comeback the Range Riders had, trailing going into the 9th inning, was that miraculous down 4 in the bottom of the 9th comeback against the Oakland Ballers. First pitch, called a strike. Right at the knees. Warm-ups going on in the pen for the Ogden Raptors. Who is warming up down there? That's the question. Tall right-hander getting going. It looks to be number 22, Landon Riley. Riley has struggled this year, but he did throw a shutout inning on Tuesday with the Range Riders begging for a run. They ended up losing in the knockout round. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Late swing, fouled off by Stancato. This is the end of a long, long road trip for this Ogden Raptors squad. Pick off over to first. Unsuccessful. Ogden 6 games in Boise, now 6 games here. The second half begins next Tuesday. Everybody's record resets to 0-0. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 9th. Hopped up, foul out of play. As I look ahead, obviously, you know, these two teams still care about all these games that are happening right now. They matter in terms of overall record and head-to-head matchups, certainly. Ogden will host the fairly dismal Idaho Falls Chuckers to start the second half. They will host them for 6 games in a row, so Ogden has a very good chance to start off the second half well. Glacier will head to Missoula for 3, and then they will head to Billings for 3. 2-2. Misses. Count goes to 3-2. The California teams just keep on Californianing, however you want to phrase that. They keep on just playing each other. Red Pocket will be at Boise, and Billings will be at Great Falls to start the week. Obviously, Missoula and Great Falls match up over the weekend, and Glacier and Billings will do battle. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hit on the ground. Chance for 2, Rover for 1. The throw is not in time. Crowd doesn't like it. It was a slow roller over there. I think the crowd's just enjoying booing right now. Take a look back at it, see what it looked like from our angle. Rover again is in at second. Garner is the new third baseman. Ooh. Close play over there. Looked like Stancato just got in time. Fouled off by Gio Ferraro. He singled into right field his last time up. He scored twice tonight. Along for the ride on the Jordan home run. 6-5 scoreline. Ogden pick off over to first base. Did not get him. Now goes to 0-1. 2 outs here, top of the 9th. Hit towards short, just out of the reach of Jacob Steele. You see with this Ogden Raptors squad, I was very curious just in general how they were going to look. Because despite playing in a hitter-friendly ballpark, their batting average is the thing that's high, which is not necessarily made better by a hitter-friendly park. Of course, every once in a while, you know, that could factor in just with the dimensions and the elevation. But really, they're just good at making contact. They're good at having pesky ABs, and they've proven it. 2 outs, upset Sebastian Greco. Upstairs, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Popped up. Rover looking at it near second. And the catch is made for out number 3. Shutout top of the 9th inning for the Glacier Range Riders. Can the comeback find a way? It's Ashworth, McLaughlin, and Vredenberg due up in the bottom of the 9th.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Kyle Ashworth leads us off here against Landon Riley. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the bottom of the 9th inning for the Glacier Range Riders. Ashworth, JD, and Brock Vredenberg. Landon Riley, the pitcher coming in this season. He has an 11.07 ERA in his rookie campaign out of Rogers State, where he was phenomenal for Rogers State, but he has been up and down in his time here. He does throw strikes for the most part. 20 and 1/3 innings pitched, 18 walks, 28 strikeouts. The lanky right-hander hailing originally from Bakersfield, California. Ashworth is 0 for 3 tonight. Can the Range Riders find some magic? Not on this one, it doesn't seem, as Ashworth lifted it sky high, and the catch is made by Stancato. 1 out. You have a good feeling with Ashworth coming up first, but when he gets out, then you start to worry. Because if he's not able to get on base on somebody with the .540 on base percentage he has, how good are the chances the rest of the way? Landon Riley has allowed 4 home runs this year. 7 doubles. Opposing batters are hitting .301 against him. He's very uniquely picked out there to be the clutch guy right now. He came up clutch on Tuesday, pitched a shutout bottom of the 9th to send it to a knockout round, and now he has this save opportunity going for his first professional save. He had 6 last spring at Rogers State and 4 the year before for Rogers State. Played his JUCO ball between Taft College and Olin College. This one down the right field line, that one would have been trouble if not for it hooking so quickly against JD. Rogers State, I believe, a Division II school in Claremore, Oklahoma. One ball, 2 strikes, hit over to short where it's fielded by Valentine. The throw needed a stretch at first from Wilkinson, but that's all she wrote. Made good contact there from JD. He hit it 95, but Just way too close for Valentine, who's been a really solid shortstop. Last chance for the Glacier Range Riders is Brock Vredenberg. 2 outs, nobody on. Of course, one swing of the bat can completely change the feeling in this ballpark. Or it can bring to a conclusion this contest. First pitch was called a strike. Challenge, Range Riders got 2, so why not use him? He will lose that one. Range Riders' first challenge used today. Comes up unsuccessful, but Vredenberg should realize he has more in case he needs them later. The 0-1. Missing inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Donovan Ratfield waiting on deck. He's hit the ball really hard today, Rat. But it's just come up with, well, as they would say in England, unlucky. It's been a little unlucky. 1 ball, 1 strike. Corrals around the sweet level, kind of goes to 1 and 2. Unlucky has been a definition of this game as you look at that foul pole scrape that brought a 2-run home run earlier in this game. And really, without that, the Range Riders have the lead here. Instead, down to their last strike, the 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch. Bottom of the 9th, 6-5 scoreline. Fired in, swung on, and missed. And that's the ball game. Range Riders fall 6-5. We'll be right back to wrap this baby up.
Turn.
Welcome back. Sky Gladstone with you as we wrap this baby up. Range Riders fall by a score of 6-5 here in this close one of the Ogden Raptors. Series now tied at 2 games apiece. The winning pitcher, I believe, is Gardner after allowing 2 earned runs in his 1 inning. They took the lead in the next half inning, and he gets the win. The save will go to Landon Riley for coming in with a 1-run lead. The first save of Riley's professional career, so congratulations to him. The loss will go to Lance Wade. 4 earned runs all in that 2nd inning of work for him. Range Riders falling 6-5. 1-run loss for the Range Riders, which they had a lot last year. The 1-run losses. This, for them, is only their 3rd. No, scratch that. 4th 1-run loss of the season when they had 20 all of last year. So even if they get 1-run loss next 2 games, they're still not on pace to what they did last year. That was brutal. Range Riders falling in this one by a score of 6-5. Let's take a look around the league real quick to check on what everybody else is up to in this lame duck period between the end of the first half clinches and the start of the second half. Red Pocket does get the win, 20-6 over Great Falls. Billings keeps on winning, 13-7 over Idaho Falls. It's a football game in Missoula, 21-14. The Montana Grizzlies lead Boise State. Just kidding. It's Paddleheads, 21-14 over the Boise Hawks. Yuba Sutter, 8-6 over the Oakland Ballers, and Long Beach leads Modesto, 7-3. The Range Riders, if Long Beach can hold on, they will still maintain sole possession of third place in the PBL. That'll do it for today's broadcast. A great contest here, and a huge shout out to everybody that makes this broadcast possible. All the friends up in our production room for the Range Riders, as well as let's shout out the team down on the field that makes things happen constantly for this program. Our team services manager, Josh Nichols, as well as the clubhouse managers, Craig Thomas and Dom Bear. Let's shout out those three. That trio does a lot of work behind the scenes, and they're part of the machine that makes this baby run. For all of us here at the Glacier Range Riders, including our sideline reporter, Lauren Hill, and our man in the HTN studio, Christian Banda, my name is Scott Gladstone. Please have a great rest of your night. Range Riders fall in this one 6-5. Stay safe out there.